The swing wave has gone by several names over the duration of the Marble League, and this year, as we celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Marble League, we get ready to compete in this event for the 16th time. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. We start off with the Showdown. It's O'Rangers versus Primary. Going a little bit too far is Team Primary. Of course, the gist of this, two teams launch side by side. They'll have 2 runs in total. The goal is to get your marbles into the valley of the waves as far down the course as you possibly can without going into that catch basin. Speaking of history, Thunderbolts and Jungle Jumpers, they came into the Marble League 1 year apart, back in 2016 for the Thunderbolts, 17 for the Jungle Jumpers. 42-35, the initial head-to-head win in that one. Midnight Wisps and the Jawbreakers. All the way down, 3 they had in the 10 until it rocked backwards. The Jawbreakers could have had more, but 45 puts them atop the standings. Here in this head-to-head matchup, number 3, Wisps only managing 26. Wolfpack and Balls of Chaos coming up now. Very close together. We don't see a lot of contact between them, and as a result, they just fly on through that 10th trough. And both put 2 in the catch basin for zeros. Limers and Minty Maniacs. Limers down in 10th in the standings, Minty Maniacs in 8th. 2 in the 10 for the Minty Maniacs, just 1 for the Limers. That 0 that crept over would have given them the head-to-head win. Instead, it's 44-36. Team Momo and Team Galactic. They start to mix around the 5th trough, just barely making it over that peak, dropping 2 in the 10 for Galactic, and we've got a tie. Momo and Galactic both notch 44. We'll talk about the tie breaks as we go along. There's several steps to it just because of how complex this event can be. Gliding Glaciers hit their own teammates in that 10 trough, but it manages to keep them there. 43-42, very close between them. Only good enough for 6th, however, with the grand totals. Shining Swarm and the Turtle Sliders. Two make it to the basin, and look at how many are occupying in the 9 spot. 3 of them for Turtle Sliders gives them 42 and puts them into 8th. 14th on the other end. Ouch for the Shining Swarm. We do see a couple of ties in there after 8 runs. The way this works is they go by the best single run score. Then it goes by the best second run score. And if you're still tied after that, you have to go back to how many times a team member made it to the 10 spot. If that is still tied, which wouldn't surprise me, we would go back to how many 9s they had. Primary and the O'Rangers switch sides and come down again for their second run, and this time, Primary and O'Rangers both get 3 in the 10, but O'Rangers lose 2 and turn an incredible result into just a 30. Still keeps them in 2nd place right now because, again, we're only counting the best run of the 2. Thunderbolts, Jungle Jumpers mixing it up early. Jungle Jumpers lost 1 off the screen to the left back in 6. 2 apiece in the 10s. And Thunderbolts move to the top spot, 45-44. Jungle Jumpers puts them in the provisional 3rd. Jawbreakers and Midnight Wisps. Jawbreakers sitting in 3rd in the standings. Midnight Wisps all the way down in 13th. Both of them lose 1. They're dead even in the 10, 9, and the 7. The difference is that marble over in the 4. Wisps get 32. They win the head-to-head in this one, but it does not improve either of their positions. Jawbreakers still sitting in 2nd. Balls of Chaos and the Wolfpack. Wolfpack currently 2 points adrift of our leaders, the Turtle Sliders, and somebody lost a marble really early. Yeah, that was Balls of Chaos. 2. How did they drop 1 in the 2? Well, 43 puts the Wolfpack into 9th. Working our way through these runs. Not too many more positions left to shift. Minty Maniacs and the Limers, they were slow coming over those first few. They recovered nicely. Minty Maniacs, 2 in the 10. Limers dropped 1 there, and it's 43 to 35. Minty Maniacs take 3rd. Minty Maniacs in 8th in the standings. Yet to medal. Could today be the day? Team Galactic and Momo. Momo's lost 1. Oh, just barely for Galactic. Creeping over into that orange. They can only manage 35 compared to Momo's 42. Puts Momo into 4th, Galactic 6th. Couple of runs left. Rojo Rollers and Gliding Glaciers. Glaciers also yet to medal. Rojo Rollers. 1 in the catch basin at the end. You go back to the very first time that this event was held back in the Hubalino tournament, it was the Ruby Rollers that ended up taking the win in that one. Raspberry Racers have never won it. Gliding Glaciers did in the qualifiers back in 2023. Turtle Sliders and the Shining Swarm. Swarm won it back in 2022. That was a gold medal in the Marble League. They're not going to do it this time in this run. 3 10s for the Turtle Sliders, and they're in the top 5. Shining Swarm finished down in 14th. And the Thunderbolts emerge victorious. You see the numbers below some of the scores. That's the tie break. That's how they have done it. And wow, Jawbreakers also up there. 3 medals in the last 4 events. Thunderbolts on quite a gold medal drought. Obviously, this is not a gold medal in the Marble League, but the fans still happy to get something. We do see an orange down there in the bottom, Balls of Chaos. They cannot win the showdown. They become the first team to be eliminated. Well, even if they're out, they can still be in your collector set. Order it on the merch website and check it out. All the other teams and all the other ways to race. Here are the standings for the Marble League proper. On to event number 11. Can you believe how quickly we have blown through this Marble League? Raspberry Racers are holding up top. Pinkies, Hazers, first to go after they've watched the showdown, and the Hazers have a disastrous run. 1 finishing marble, and it's a 7-point total. Don't remember the last time we have ever seen anything quite like that. Chocolatiers and the Snowballs. Snowballs put 3 in the 10. Notches them a 47. Now that ties the Marble League record held by the Turtle Sliders from the showdown back in 2023. Back then it was known as the Legion March Wave. They got 47 out of 50. Next run here between Cobalts and Indigo Stars. The latter gets the win head-to-head. It's a 44, putting the Stars into 2nd place. Green Ducks and Savage Speeders. Green Ducks almost leaping over those first couple of waves, one of them not able to arrest the momentum. Speeders put 2 in the 9, 1 in the 10, come out with a 43, good enough for 3rd so far. Oceanics and the Blackjacks. Their first run. Some of the marbles will choose to mix it up when they launch. Obviously, they start side by side. And others prefer to stay on their side of the waves. In that one, 40 to 37. Solar Flares and Raspberry Racers, what strategy do they employ? They stay pretty tidy through the first few waves and then mix it up. 3 in the 8 for Solar Flares. That consistency gives them the head-to-head win, 7th overall. Mellow Yellow and the Bumblebees in this first of 2 runs for each team. We're going to go through every team doing it once and then restart the order. Oh, that was very close to having 5 in the 10. And instead, it is 2 per team. That's where it stays. Crazy Cat's Eyes and Team Plasma coming up now in the final run of the first set. Plasma, they've lost a couple of marbles really early. This should be an easy win head-to-head, but it is not because of those early losses. Well, Snowballs have the lead for now. 47 tied the Marble League record. Will anybody be able to beat that? They're also the only team to get 3 10s. Bumblebees did 2. A couple other teams did as well. As always, a big shout out to our YouTube members. If you've made it to event number 11, that's in part because their support has allowed us to get this deep into the Marble Run. Whatever tier you have chosen, we thank you wholeheartedly. The Pinkies do especially because they are hosts and they love that people are watching. And shout out to the Pinkies, by the way. They have been great hosts so far. The food in the stadium has been fantastic. 46 for the Hazers, puts them 1 off of tying the Marble League record, and that moves them up into 2nd place. The Pinkies, they do not better their first run, which was a 41, so they stay where they are. Snowballs and the Chocolatiers. Pinkies, by the way, unofficially the number 1 seed going into this event. Snowballs maybe lost all of their energy on that first run. They go from a 47 to a 24. Solid for the Chocolatiers, moving them up into 7th. That betters their first run total of 24 as well. Indigo Stars and the Cobalts. The Stars have been running away with this championship for a while now, and then all of a sudden, Raspberry Racers have shown up and taken the lead by 2 points coming into event number 11. 45 is a respectable total. Puts them into 3rd place. Provisional bronze medal. Cobalts still in the top 5. They're going to be happy with that too. Good consistency for the Stars, going 44, 45. Savage Speeders and the Green Ducks. Speeders carrying a lot of speed. They lose 1, each team does, in the catch basin. They're even through 10 and 9. And it's a 1-point win for the Green Ducks, 35. But they sit down in 15th. Blackjacks and the Oceanics. So we're cruising through into these final few. Blackjacks drop 1 in, 3 in the 10 for the Oceanics. And a 44 just off the podium. A couple of those marbles down toward the 7 nearly made it. That's how fine the margins are in the Marble League. Raspberry Racers and the Solar Flares. Already pretty bunched together. 1 dropped into the 6. 2 in the 10 for the Raspberry Racers gives them a 43. Puts them into 6th. Raspberry Racers went 32, 43. Solar Flares went 38, 41. Both improved, but not enough. 2 runs to go. Bumblebees and Mellow Yellow come up now. It was 37 to 42 the first time. What will it be here? Lots of yellow mixed in, and we have a tie. 44 apiece. Looking at the first run versus second run, and then doing the countbacks for total number of 10s, total number of 9s. The win goes to the Bumblebees. And the Snowballs are guaranteed a medal. Crazy Cat's Eyes and Team Plasma now. Attacking those first few waves with a lot of gusto. And it's going to send 1 a bit too far. Crazy Cat's Eyes. They net a 45. That puts them into 4th. Team Plasma can only manage 15th. And so, in the end, nobody could beat the Marble League record and the Snowballs' 47 points. Hazers came awfully close, though, with 46. Indigo Stars just beat out on a tie break over the Crazy Cat's Eyes with 45. Look at how close it was. all through the middle of the pack, too. Message from one of our supporters celebrating 10 years of love with new rings. Good luck to all competitors, but mostly the linemers. Signed, Alex and Caleb. Congratulations there, too. Gold medal goes to the Snowballs. 6th for the team, 19th overall. The first win in the Swing Wave, an event that really hasn't had very many repeat winners except for the Shining Swarm. That's it. Overall, the most medals went to Team Momo. Up until this one, they had 4 coming into this round. Indigo Stars take the top spot again by 3 over the Resurgent Snowballs now. Raspberry Racers drop 2, Mellow Yellow drops 1, Hazers up 2, Cats up 3. Coming up next, it's archery.